but look at how we go really transition to constitutional democracy. For how some countries, then they carry out their elections and carry out properly. So we get some partners where I don't discuss with, where they look at the peace building aspect, the prevention of peace building, and then 1 year waiting, the president get for say, and waiting ECOWAS get say. The second area was security, revitalizing security. Center of that, now the depot. And so one of the partners, or some of the partners, were interested in the security apparatus. Don't discuss with partners. Central is the depot and the ECOWAS standby force. For the depot, it divides into 2 areas. I described the one side, we deal with the ammunition, the logistics, the maintenance, medical bay. All of these days, na site 1. We get site 2, we get a training facility, also state-of-the-art training facility and equipment, and even accommodation, both for the trainers and the trainees. So you get some people who are interested specifically in security. Then the third area where the president emphasized, now economic integration. The reason why ECOWAS been founded in the first place. The president wants me to come back and focus on this. So NIMEC, towards the end of the year, we go host as a country the West African Integration Summit, for which KKY in the envoy, the special envoy for this, because so the activity is not to stop with this. It is to stop with the president in 1 year, and then also building the institution, ECOWAS as an institution. I don't want to go into details, but with any institution, sometimes it becomes cumbersome, it becomes bureaucratic. But the president also will want the institution to reflect on itself. And one of the activities where you mentioned were very important, where they encapsulate this, and also this last point, now the summit for the future, the compact for the future. If you can recall, the chair and both the chair and Kekatoma mentioned that at the MSC meeting, the compact for the future will be signed at ministerial level and then presented to the heads of state. So the partners in Boku, but I want to come to the community because, you know, probably the country will ask how we go benefit. You know, say when any country holds an event, the citizens then benefit economically. Businesses thrive. Businesses will thrive in Lunge, but also on this side, because 3 of the 4 meetings, about 5 meetings, where they hold on the free time. There will be a lot of activity at Aberdeen area, Lonely Beach, but also in town. You go see businesses, then they move faster. So on the community side, that they really benefit. And one of the things where ECOWAS say in particular, where they become for plan. You know, so we go to the big hotels, the Leeds, the Intomani, where they're foreigner owned. Then say as much as possible, we forgive them the names of local hotels owned by Salon Mandem, so that Salon Mandem go directly benefit from all of the activities and the summit. So you go see partners from every level, from the international community to the local community, they benefit from this conference.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Minister Ballet. We don't get a sense of the details, the importance, and the economic and other benefits. The minister will talk about the moment of pride. Salon is back. And also just down there, also ordinary pride. Businesses, they get money. country they get anybody wey dey come here na contribution to the local economy. So President Bio, this in travel, this in globally, now they bring them very concrete benefits here. Mr. Minister, I would like to focus for you on the Head of State Summits and the Ministerial Summit with you the chair. We think people them for pay attention to. We think if I come out of the one in day and why that they important for Salone at this time, sir.
The workings of the Ministerial Council and the summit working session, so there's nothing I can presume that is going to come out of it. But overall, we're talking about ECOWAS. And I think Madam don't do justice. Highlight the priorities of Mr. President, where he take over. Some of the priorities are aligned with what are the founding aspirations of ECOWAS. Of course, we know say at the dawn of the 1990s, where the entire region be awash with coup d'etats and insecurity, civil conflict, and all of those menaces were going to affect the sub-region. ECOWAS will get a transition from being exclusively economic integration to dealing with peace and security. Peace and security are the backbone of economic development. A region or a country that is politically unstable, that doesn't have security, no will even think about development or integration. And so, Mr. President prioritized, say, we therefore deepen democratic good governance, and we see the effort of the President do since he assumed the leadership of the authority of heads of state and government. There was a coup that was almost at its success, it's at almost succeeded on the 8th of December 2025 in Benin Republic. And the coup starts, it took 4 hours. The Republican Army will try for weight off the coup from taking over government. They had already taken government. And President Bio, in wisdom as chair, may therefore contact Nigeria and use the authority for mobilize regional and out of region support where they cause an immediate military intervention, aerial military intervention, where they stop that particular coup and then disorientate the plan where the people let me get, and that could not hold. Now, because of that strategic leadership of President Bio on that fateful date of 8 August, they make that could not work. So that's an example of how regional integration through politics and security can avert what would have led to a far-reaching, insecurity in the sub-region. Because what did the coup system they try to enhance? Now, for destabilize Benin, for many people to get access to the port for terrorism, for finance terrorism. So the president was very strict in ordering the Nigerian Air Force for making them go and stop that. But also we see under the leadership of the president, both in the African Union and in ECOWAS, been accelerating the smooth transition of Guinea to a democratic rule. When Sierra Leone gets in chairmanship, the rotational chairmanship of the African Union Peace and Security in May of last year, I've instructed a high-level permanent representative and ambassadors meeting of the PRC and Can Guinea help them for transition through the referendum and the election. President Bio saw Guinea coming full-fledged. When the coup happened now, Guinea-Bissau, President Bio played a significant role in ensuring that that country within a short period of time for come to a constitutional rule, to the extent that the transition government don't announce 6th of December as the date for the national elections. They don't review the constitution, which will be subjected to referendum. So that now one of the very good components. But also, ECOWAS don't get an impetus, a new life, where unlike the ECOWAS of the past 5-10 years. I've been just beginning as the president in special envoy to President Barrow in the Gambia. He picked it up, he said, President Bio don't give life to ECOWAS, that that everybody now want for associate themselves with the chair of the authority of ECOWAS because of what we don't do. And for we, one of the benefits, the moral benefits, this country, ECOWAS laid its life for this country. And so it is just morally incumbent on we to also provide leadership in the community organization for integration, for peace and security. President Bio is engaging the AES, who brought us away to be part of the founding members of this organization, for Seaway, how they will cooperate with ECOWAS and for get a more secured sub-region. The outcome of the 68th ordinary session of the heads of state and government and the 94th ordinary session of the Executive Council, where we all, respectfully, on the 14th and 15th of December, now Abuja. Now the outcome of that meeting, now you have to feed into the meetings that we hold in Freetown here and go to the summit. Of course, with new things, we will deliberate out from the PRC, where the ambassadors level, from the ambassadors level, and the Council of the Mediation Security Council, when at the Security Council of ECOWAS at ministerial level, where I get for chair, and then we come into the Executive Council, we'll go for take all the work with the ambassadors don't do, the AFC and the Mediation and Security Council, we get started on the 15th and 16th and 17th, and then the outcome of that meeting, the agenda set and adopted in that meeting, now you get for feeding the heads of states and meeting on the 19th. So we're already, and I believe, say, the people of this country don't get support. President Bio instruction for do that, and the fact that Salone don't put so much effort for bring that infrastructure that we don't open Salone as a spot for international meetings, and it will save we from the onerous journey of bringing international guests for crossover Lunge, especially heads of state. So thank you to all of you for what you don't do. This is a historic moment.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Congratulations to you, because you tenure as foreign minister, Salone don't get all the distinguished accolades here and positioning. And as you say, we all join for tell thank you to the people of Salone. We don't elect President Julius Maada Bio. We don't restore Sierra Leone in place. All these years, Sierra Leone have been just an agenda item. In fact, ECOWAS, we now be always there on the table. Now we don't intervene, Security Council, I had them in the council board. Now we're in a chair. And we go solve. Minister the name. Country they want get coup. They say no, I don't agree. Call, go, stop the coup. Country don't get coup. You say no, look, transition. Who said don't get that respect day? As a Sierra Leone, we say they work out next to other ECOWAS citizens for carry yourself with that sense of pride. All right, now we come to questions. I think we don't get quite a detailed briefing from the top government officials who lead on various arms. Obviously, we are the Minister of Information will continue to provide this platform throughout this week and onwards, and will continue for support and take some leadership roles as well on the public engagement, media relations and communications, as well as working closely with my brother, the press secretary of the State House team. So let's see the hands and go up. Don't want to get questions. If you're new here, the rule is that you ask the questions straightforward and simple. You know, they hold the mic longer than necessary, and that the people that win at the celebrity they sit down here and then they talk plenty. You will the other question they ask, and then they want the other and then they answer the question. So let me see all my want to ask because I want to know how long we can go on a meeting for go. Alright, cool. So I start on this side. Idea number 1, idea number 2, idea number 3, idea number 4, idea number 5. I go listen to the one in the quick and then we'll come to this side quickly.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Usman Minty for Mentor Online TV. My question will go to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. But this na French, because I can follow them. What est le ministre? Monsieur le ministre, merci pour votre remarquable bilan à la tête de la CEDEAO. Maintenant, j'aimerais savoir si réellement le président en exercice de la CEDEAO, le président Julius Maada Bio, va briguer un second mandat à la tête de la CEDEAO. Je vous remercie.
And question number one, we will understand French. Now we don't understand. We now really understand. And the minister will answer in French. They translate all in English or Creole for you. Should I number two?
Sure.
Yes.
All right, good afternoon to all. Mina Nabi Kamara from Citizen Radio. Sure. The first question to go for the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Minister, you highlight about the moral. You know, you forget to talk about the economic benefit with this summit they count for the people of Sierra Leone. You just try to talk about the moral benefit. What about the economic benefit? And my second question, they go to the Minister of Information and Civic Education. And I want to know this construction of the new conference hall in Alunge, if funded by Sierra Leone government or the money coming from the head of state, then we therefore come and participate by the summit. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. Number three. Tinaya, number three, please.
Alasan Kuma, the report for Post Online Television. I just want to ask, what are the difference where this summit gets compared to the OAU, which Sierra Leone been host during the former Shaka Stephen in days, because we already know a lot of concerns will come from Sierra Leoneans regarding the economic implication where the country will get during that time they will be host the OAU. Thank you.
Thank you. 94 and then 5. Okay, Sarah.
Ibrahim Sarasisi. As Mr. Park, you raised issue on Yenga. I want to know if now for the economic activities the OP Yenga for, or Sierra Leone don't get Yenga back as a country. Ghana one. I'll go to the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Minister, sir, want to know how much waiting for be the cost, the economic cost to Sierra Leone as only the host this conference, because we get for, according to way the Chief Minister we say we get for host over 500 delegates from different countries. What it will cost the country?
All right, next question.
Ambogos Current Ali, Pan-African Student Voice Radio. The question they go to the Minister of Planning and Economic Development. As we all live in Salon, Fugitoin particularly, when you look at the bomb, it don't become an eyesore to the city, and we try for see new image to Sierra Leone and Freetown now to place where we live it out. So within the plan for the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development for work with council for CCA and try to change that particular place, because it don't really become an eyesore to the Sierra Leonean community.
Bring me back now for ECOWAS. Not bad, we take all seat. The minister will answer. All right, thank you. I think we don't get all the 5 from this side. The next batch will come. Below we start with the answer on this side. Minister of Foreign Affairs, you've been very popular in this round of questions. Economic benefits, you know, difference between this and OAU, something we don't deal with my radio once you're prepared for that. And then question here whether Yenga don't come back to Salon or not just for trade, and I think that you want and then they will cancel this off. Development, then they will take the other one, they will pass to me. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I want to start with the gentleman who asked the question. My intention here is to brief and educate this relevant audience. We know to talk French now. We're now an English-speaking country. But be that communication is understanding. And the question where the gentleman asked, now that he wants to know if President Bio they go for the second term for the chair of the authority. I want for let me brother know, and that's newly desirable audience say, Mr. President, not to be pitched for the chairmanship of the authority. It was in the wisdom of the leaders of the community's organization that at a critical time like this, where insecurity, they pervade the sub-region, that somebody in the capacity of President Bio, who has personal lived experience in democratic transition, in conflict, to make it become chair of the authority, for able help, for mediate, and for deepen democratic good governance. And so, President Bio don't do tremendously well, as I know, and listener, the number of successes that we don't attain in the course of this 1 year, including the visible reanimation of ECOWAS. I believe, say, and the investment we don't make, the businesses that are yet, to be completed. For example, the transition inside Guinea-Bissau. I was in Guinea-Bissau a few weeks ago, or I met with the transition government, including the Prime Minister and the transition president himself, for discuss Guinea-Bissau in transition. Guinea-Bissau still want to remain for being part of ECOWAS, and President Bio, they do the necessary leadership, arrangements for make sure so we accompany that country to democratic rule within a shortened transition. So, with all the good things that President Bio don't do, it is at the gift of the authority of heads of state. If they deem and say, he deserves a second term for complete and continue what he don't do, then the leaders will make that. And I'm very optimistic, because I've attended 6 ordinary sessions and extraordinary sessions of the heads of state and government. We don't see the leadership. I tell you what, the former foreign minister of Nigeria, when President Bio saved the day in Benin Republic, and when President Bio sent me after the coup in Guinea-Bissau for go evacuate the ousted President Mbalo, the foreign minister of Nigeria said, if we had President Bio during the days of the coups in the Sahel, we would not have had a divorcing of the 3 states, and they would have fundamentally important statement from the ECOWAS body. So yes, me believe say the wisdom of the heads of state when they come to Lungi and see the investment that President Bio don't do, the work that President Bio don't do, no doubt they will re-mandate him for run the affairs of the heads of state and government for another year democratically. And so there is a proven, verifiable performance by the president. So the other question came from the brother saying, I only spoke about the moral benefits. We were there, now we run the affairs of ECOWAS. Madam Kenya Bali, the Minister of Planning, is responsible for the integration aspect of ECOWAS. Me, as the Executive Council Chair, responsible for the overall and the peace and security and political business that is sub-region. And even Keketoma, they are responsible for the presidential communication on ECOWAS. In fact, now when you talk for ECOWAS issues, ECOWAS is not to be job you answer because it's so accurate. It means this 1 year he has really upped in game, all money performed. So speaking of the moral benefits, my dear colleague and friend here don't highlight the economic benefits where ECOWAS meeting Niagara for you. And besides, let me announce to you that when you hold the multilateral positions, leadership, many of our compatriots will get jobs at their organizations because we hold their position. Now, the new executive administration for the ECOWAS Commission, the Commissioner for Peace, Security, that's Sierra Leone, they hold that position. By ranking importance of portfolio, it should be the 3rd important ranking in ECOWAS organogram, the Commissioner for Peace, Security and Political Affairs. Perhaps that is a statutory position. We may be fed for an ECOWAS for less than that. Besides, many other jobs in the way that the Sierra Leoneans and ECOWAS to do, because we hold the chair of the authority. Look, for example, we don't bring through our own, a state-of-the-art clinic is going to be built in Kono, in the University of Kono. By next month, we will inaugurate a number of solar-driven borehole systems in this country. Fistula, there's a lot of investment, through the agriculture sector. So with chairmanship, giving power, and we leverage that power legitimately for able to bring benefit to our country. So it's not the moral aspect. Why are they accentuating the moral aspect? Is we owe ECOWAS the sacrifices of the member states that we send contingent in this country for peace and stability. No money, no economic benefit, not will be equivalent to the laying of lives for stability, peace and security. However, that being the case, there are a myriad of economic benefits for this conference. The people of Lungen, then they can get a very salubrious environment, a clean-up environment. They will get other economic benefits, with businesses, hotels, transportation, interpreters, people who provide protocol, and I don't see for support this event. I just want to receive 15 VIP vehicles from the Chinese who have been requested on behalf of President Liu and the government. That beyond ECOWAS will give you a befitting and efficient way for street other activities and safety within this country for befit. So all of those are attendant and accompanying benefits with the particular summit they get. I think these are the few questions. I will cede the floor for my colleagues for answer the rest.
Thank you very much. Minister of Development, so you've been getting a question on Bome.
Mr. Minister, I have to interrupt. I'm traveling.
Okay.
As a special envoy of Mr. President to the President of Benin. I am
just say it, traveling. You're not saying a special envoy of the President. You're saying a foreign minister. Any way you go, I'll be calling a special envoy. All right, take care, sir. Thank you for joining us. Minister Bale, so let me take this question on the Bome issue, but also maybe comment on the difference between OAU at the time and this particular ECOWAS summit. Go ahead.
Now, question that they will then give me colleague, but I go answer.
And not such I don't go.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. He passed on, he left on for me because he not be there at that time, so he will say me know a little bit more.
And you been there that same day.
Yes, me been there. So what did me go say about it? I'm not been that much into government, but what I understand what happened at the OAU and why people then they compare. People then say after the OAU at that time the salon economy go down. Other things that will happen internationally, but the reason why maybe the salon not being that resilient and it seemed to happen around the same time as the OAU, that in the execution of the OAU, lavish spending been there. You just spend and probably costs be inflated. Now for this particular conference, the highest expenditure, waiting people in the talk point to, now the conference center and the villas, but also a hotel get for follow. And this is not an investment. We not just spend for spend's sake. Yes, the timing, with the timing against this conference. But as the Minister of Information said, we use them for many conferences after this. That now Sierra Leone will be a center. You know, say you get conference tourism. You get this tourism where people in the country, you get medical tourism. You also get conference tourism. Where now some countries now that the economy build up. Just they get conferences no more, waiting they pay for the facilities, waiting they bring in, then they bring into the country. Then even with the expenditure, the government done very frugal. That is that no one spend that much. Do you know that rather than hire vehicles, that every minister get to give up a vehicle for other ministers where they can you imagine almost the government get to pay for hiring vehicles alone? The other executive vehicles where the minister referred to, now for the heads of state, now a gift from China. We try in every way for keep the cost down. Part of the cost, ECOWAS they pay. Then they reimburse me a certain amount. But some of the amounts where they have we own budget, the activities where we as a government before carry out anyway. For beautify some of the streets, for clean some of the places, the hospitality and things like that. So that is the stark difference between the two conferences then. Now I want to answer the question on Bome. It's very interesting, and as somebody said, it's very random as well. We will talk about ECOWAS and then Bome, but it linked in a way. I mean, they asked the chairman whether Bome na a particular place or name or dump site. I mean, one get them. Because what do we understand? Now large place where some man they throw away dirty, where they build up. So not to one Bome day. You got the Bome where they Congo Tong, you get Bome where they Kisi, you get Bome where they Waterloo. So you not specify which Bome. But I will tell you, say, Musai ECOWAS come in as Bome. When I know the Waterloo dump site, the Waterloo Bome, it then near the market. When I land where the Ministry of Planning, where we know they acquire land, but we acquire that land for the Chinese for build market day. If you will see, but at the same time, there's still a away dirty day. So I actually approach ECOWAS and say, help we, the ECOWAS ambassador here, if you get some funds for ECOWAS Day, help we clean this particular market. Now you go look the market, and you tell me, say, Madam Minister, yes, this market you need for clear. But waiting, I will help you do, help the country, is not for us to clear this Bome. If we clear them, then they come back. Because market will help you for build market day. So there's one Bome in particular where I know say ECOWAS they help we clear and build a market. So you see the relationship there. Because we strengthen the relationship with ECOWAS, we go inside ECOWAS. Another piece of news where even the minister don't know what, but I know be one broke because I don't know the amount. But funds there from ECOWAS, when they call the Economic Stabilization Fund, where they give to countries, and it's above $20 million. I don't know the exact amount, but Salone eligible. And I've been saying that because of we chairmanship and participation that we go eligible for these funds. Right. The rest, how we use them, I can discuss with my cabinet colleagues.
Thank you, Minister. So the summary is that there's a net benefit, substantial benefit to Salone on hosting particular ECOWAS meeting. The cost, the direct cost on the budgets we get, they be offset by the numerous economic benefits we get, including direct resources from ECOWAS, including the offset cost. I just want to comment quickly on the OAU comparison because now we get a lot as well. I want to let anybody pay attention to the economic indicators. At the time, 79.80 versus the economic indicators today. Just last month, IMF don't disperse money again to it. They don't disperse their money now also. When they look at waiting at the economic factors, we take inflation, we come off 55%, we lay in single digits. You look at the growth rates, you compare the performance of the Salone economy against the peers. At the time, the express recommendation of the economic management team was don't host this conference, you could not afford it. The fundamentals could not be more different. Sierra Leone is poised, and we don't get innovative ways for even the upfront costs. So there were whether now they pay for or the ECOWAS they pay for the convention center. Entire package, the convention center, the presidential villa, the hotel, it costs $86 million. That is it. I'm glad for saying say 1 cent, not they come out directly from Salone today. A public-private partnership with the FB group. Then they contribute 15 million of their own money and then take 71 million loan from the EB Bank. Which will do now will serve as the guarantor for that loan deal. And then another important thing. Once they complete the construction, we create a special purpose vehicle. We manage this process. As you see the construction of the convention center 3 months back, hotels, everything will be done. Now a significant contribution to Salone infrastructure and the country. FB Group, waiting at their own incentive, and they manage them for that period of time for the duration of the agreement. At the end of that agreement, when the loan is paid back, then they hand them back over to the country, and our assets will outlast the agreement. So the country fair way for attract major international investments, do infrastructure developments, for become a destination for global conference tourism, for put the kind of cash infusion we talk without adding anything to it. Sound economic policy and sound creative thinking with the economic management team. So there's a fundamental difference between the state at the time, basically taking direct loan for building a whole oil village. So today, you see the kind of innovation and the kind of work they do, and I don't kill the other variables. So you can take a lot of time and look at them variables and see. As Salone, the poised for do this and poised for do this right. I don't know if I missed something. You want to add a word before I take the second round of questions? All right, cool. I'll take the final round of questions on this side. All right, let's see the hand and go. The one that will get question. So they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chairman. Okay, we'll do you as well, 7. So we just do 7. All 7.
Mohamed Kamara, Madam Minister, when I talk about economic integration, we present people. But something happened in Salone, who people don't go where we talk. If a foreign company can invest in Salone, it creates employment that the fair industry, a very first company, for get concessions them, do the time where petrol high, they put you on in the support a government ministry. Never in the post-independence era, we don't get Texaco, we don't get mobile, we don't get Agip, wherever do that. Then that company gets a concession because of the military service to this nation. Somebody who is an appointee of His Excellency, President Bio, instead of going to the he said, oh, you don't pay that concession. Mr. Minister, would another one come back? Let me be patriotic. Would another one come back? Or should we say no to that person and welcome that person? Come and say that fair company is a whole why. Thank you, man. Let's be patriotic.
So, Mr. Kamara.
Yes, sir.
Now make him translate you.
Yeah.
Yes,
sir.
But me say you lost me small.
Okay, Mr. Ross. Me, like patriotic and radical.
I get that part there. What's your one touch on?
Yes, sir.
This concession they say somebody will appointee of the president. What do you refer to?
You don't go well with me the way we government official that treat I'm in that company.
Which government official?
The deputy speaker say I'm particularly so.
Well, the
merit concession.
All right, I will respond to that. Thank you. Let's go to the next one. Thank you, sir. Number 2. That be the number 2.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm Juliana from Kilafan Salon Discoveries. And this question will go to the Minister of Planning and Economic Development. First thing first, before I go to my question, I want to say bravo to the Ministry of Civic Education for this opportunity. But beyond the honor of hosting the ECOWAS Summit, how does the Ministry of Development intend to leverage the country's international image and attract long-term partnership when it comes to job, investment, tourism, and regional trade once the summit is over? The question is for you, Madam Minister of Planning and Economic Development.
Thank you, Madam.
Good afternoon, Elizabeth Skefrigan there, Echo Media. My question is directly for the Minister of Planning and Economic. You made a statement that the ECOWAS, there is a particular dump site that they have or they will build a market. For clarity's sake, can you please name the exact bomb or dump site for clarity's sake so that we don't go and guess and write the wrong story? Thank you very much.
One of those particular bomb we will talk about. Yes, bomb Nemoku. Would that be the number 4? Are you? Okay, yes.
So, thank you very much. Nina Mohamed Sawarite from the Madingo National Union. I know you have a couple of good news, and I'm very happy for this particular news. But from the Pan-African point of view, I don't hear anything related to the culture. How this summit therefore promotes the culture of Sierra Leone. How we will promote them. Then again, yeah, to you, Secretary. Then again, to the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, waiting therefore be the take-home impact of them president that we can. When they say they go back home, waiting for the take-home impact from waiting and get from Sierra Leone from the summit and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next.
Good afternoon. My own question they go to the Press Secretary. So I'm Barry, correspondent TIT World. So for us, we get foreign journalists them, Sierra Leone journalists them when they work for foreign media them. And we want to know how we say we will get access.
As foreign media?
Yes.
And the answer don't give so.
No, it talk about limitations. So
now they tell you so now, if you represent foreign media, and because not to the individual would they give the accreditation to, at the media house. So if you the string and I have for TIT, you will get the privilege of TIT.
Okay, also we want to know if we need letters from the institution or we just need to apply individually.
Alright, so we'll answer that. Yes, thank you. Mr. Chairman. You are double chairman, sir. You are chairman North Korea, you are chairman back.
Yes, sir. Chairman Guild of Newspaper Editors, Thomas Dick. A question now to you, Minister of Information, on your statement you make about the economic indicators for the conference. I don't know if you don't check, see inflation, you only get back to double digit, according to latest statistics of Sierra Leone report. And then on your analysis of the loan, the government sovereign guarantee. When you talk and you consider the recent IMF reviews, we clearly they are against sovereign guarantee because eventually it is called contingent liability. If the while we take the loan fail for payback, automatically it gets back to government books. So I don't know how government convince IMF for clearance with regards to that. Thank you.
I want to tell you to the top, so IMF, we don't care in the we'll come to that. Thank you, sir. Final question.
Good afternoon, everybody. Muniratu Kalon from Miracle Insight. So this is more of an awareness than a question. It's about the rumors going around of this trending video of a 15-year-old girl. I would call it child pornography. For the past 9 years of the SLPP rule in Sierra Leone, there are various videos of pornography going around the county. Only 15 years old child is being involved. That is when we see a poster from the of Child Affairs, no violence of women and children. Why now? Secondly, child rape. A boy was raped, yeah? What if instead of it being hands of our girls, it becomes hands of our children? Because it is not only girls that are being raped now, but also boys too. So it is better to and safe in it as in hands of a girl instead of all children. And also, so the Minister of Foreign Affairs is not. I wanted to ask if sanctions are going to in the third-party national repatriation, since the people that were deported are part of the ECOWAS member states. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those comments. Maybe we'll start with you, Keketoma. There was a very specific question we directed at you, and then quite a few questions divided between me and the minister. Take them in the after. Yeah.
Two questions. I think the first one has to do with culture. Now, the question is, where you go ask yourself, what's in a culture? Culture, now way of life, customs, behavior, artifacts, put in there. So what's in this? Something they help for you. I don't know if I don't see we count down videos there. We don't do a lot of countdown videos there. One way we will go to try for make sure say we promote we culture, because remember say some people in the Canada, this country, for the very first time we know one they cancel on it. So they will look for arts. But what our culture? For instance, we get artifacts, we get museum, we get things there. So through the visual to our videos, we make sure say even if you don't get chance for see anything, but we promote our videos. Another way where I think important is culture is about the way of life. So it means say we now people are very hospitable. So we appeal to all sides, understand that when we delegates them come, we guests them come, we'll be nice to them, smile to them, welcome them, for tell them say we are good people. That back the culture, because that is our way of life. So let them go and say, salon people, then sabi behave. Now good people, then generous, now nice people. So I think in a way, they use all the platforms they will get and tools for showcase the culture, way of life, artifact, things them, heritage, but also culture connected to many things. For instance, also with hospitality. How hospitable are we? What it constitutes hospitality? For instance, if person they work in a hotel, they go meet them, when person go meet at the counter, if a smile, say good things. Those are the kind of things that when they left na people they aid. So it means say everybody when they walk na the chain and interact with people where they can salon, we get collective responsibility for making sure say we show them a way of life when they go remember say we are good people. So whilst we promote all the other things about our culture, way of life also very important. The other question therefore do with the foreign journalists. Like I say, they get the online registration, we get for go live. So we appeal to everybody, say, make them register. When you register, again, like I say, we get occupancy thing. So depending on who you register at the time you don't register, we go make them determination day. If you get luck, you go accept. If sometimes by the time you apply, other people will not apply, sometimes you go decline. But we make sure say everybody go get access for knowing they go on. But the meetings the way the media they get access to and the summit. So my advice now that the link go live now for apply and register, get your information there, and they will go make that determination.
Thank you very much. Auntie Kenya, maybe give the next slides, then I will just wrap up after that. Let me want some clarity on the Bome question. I think that be one of the questions that we been get. I think there was another one as well about the benefits post the summit on jobs and trade and things like that.
Thank you. And then there was a third question as well, how the other heads of state benefit. So I go start with the second question because that's not the easiest one. And I remember I actually indicate which bomber. This the bomber na Waterloo. And I hope say now one bomber no more than Waterloo, but another one na Waterloo near the market. On the other question of how the country will benefit from this summit, it's a loaded question because people ask me whether I tied up complete with ECOWAS. As much as being an ECOWAS minister, ECOWAS they take about 50% of my time. I'm a Minister of Planning, Minister of NGOs, Minister of International Organizations, Minister of Public Investment. So, and now we develop the overall medium-term ministry, National Development Plan. So the things that we talk about, the benefits, that day we factor them into the plan, and every day we work towards achieving increased jobs, like the Big Five game changer number 3, 500,000 jobs for youth. Improvements in the health sector, the flagship program, Feed Salon. So we do that on a daily basis. How we relate to ECOWAS is, as I say, I just give one at the news say, we get some additional funds from ECOWAS. It's the part of their stabilization fund, and that we go use for plow into economic activities where, in fact, one of the main goals will be for produce as many jobs as possible for youth for this investment. The third and final question I believe I received is how the other heads of states, other countries, they go benefit. Well, the fact where ECOWAS don't survive and thrive for 50 years means every country where they ECOWAS, they benefit. And the exact reason why we've been set up, or not me, I wasn't there at the time, but why our founding fathers established ECOWAS. As I've been saying, one of them was trade integration. Where you get a larger trading bloc, more countries then stand for benefits in terms of trade, economic activities, and jobs. Free movement of people then. Within ECOWAS, go any country with your passport. And their visa free at least for 90 days. That's another thing. So as the citizens of the individual ECOWAS countries, they're all the benefit. And if we work together as a union, this is the heads of states, each and every one of them is stronger. You get the political stability. The Minister of Foreign Affairs tell you what happened in Benin. The discussions that go on between these heads of state, because you see the AES, they're not the frontier states for terrorism. If they collapse and it comes to the border, then to the coastal states, which now we no problem. So when the heads of states then get together, discuss issues about peace and security, it not just the benefit the individual countries, but it benefits the one whole region. And one last thing where I've been wanting to say, Minister, is that we refer to chairs of the various ECOWAS groupings and gatherings. Because we president, now the chair of the authority, ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, every minister, now cabinet, where they host an ECOWAS gathering, na chair. The Minister of Health, na the chair of the Ministries of Health. Technology, na the chair. And information set, na the chair. And I would say we don't get a series of meetings. Yes, you're not chair of which? Yes, you're the chair of the press secretaries. I'm the only one winning a chair of everybody and everywhere. Yes. But I just want to say for that the feedback where we don't get, every single chair don't perform outstandingly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. I get quite a few questions, so I'm going to try to run through them. First, on the question of the concession on Amenatel, the Honorable Talakonte we mentioned, an Honorable Member of Parliament, a distinguished public servant, and the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, we get boko respect for. He rights for criticize any bill we can at Parliament. Than the job of Parliament for them to do that work there for do that critique. I don't personally already make it clear. Say I think maybe maintain the standard we suppose maybe I know say inside the holding self too. We go as far as questioning and claiming say members of cabinet they mislead His Excellency at the same time because you don't understand how cabinets they work fully. You understand Parliament. So my for scrutinize any paper we can at cabinet, now Parliament, now cabinet in right for also make decisions in Parliament. Now inside Parliament they make their own decision. However, be clear on the Amenatel concession, not to waiting one person to make the concession or pass yet. There was a review where it happened. We now an initiative of cabinet and government officials there for look at the best outcome for the country. The Amenatel concession was subcommittee in cabinet, chaired by the Honorable Vice President. It go main committee in cabinet, chaired by His Excellency the President. Few cabinet say it makes sense for the country. Cabinets can also say, okay, based on this conversation, we can review. So the Honorable gets, any other member of Parliament, they get a right for question, for ask question, and they right. They not get a right in mere opinion for say, Uda the time for mislead, Uda, I think it's going to be a pathway, maybe it costs small. But now your Honorable member, it means well. If they do a job, we say they do a job, and we defend the common ground and move forward. So I wonder we left let that process to play itself out. Second question, what I want to go to, now my sister talk about child pornography and child rape and saying over the past 9 years. Hey, my sister, you see what I want to say in history, I want to knock and get beaucoup, if I we educate small on the history, the question of abuse is not low, not today is that. If you look at the data, facts, we're headed in the right direction. This government don't recently strengthen the Child Rights Bill, don't become strengthen the Child Rights Act, but they deal with these cyber issues. There's cyber security and bill as well. No matter how strong the people that they commit crime, in the way they death penalty, they still kill. Ask yourself not whether the crime exists, that the states get the laws, the willpower, and the structure for addressing that crime. In the case of Sierra Leone today, I think we get the strongest legal regime. We just come out to CIC conference, we will go to Geneva, and then praise Salon for particularly the role we Salon play for strengthening. So on that day, we're there with you. We then any and all forms of child abuse system, and when they call on the public, the reason we not see that video is because we not in a group where they share that kind of video, and nobody know we send that to me because you know so it's not to me a crime. As you get at the possible send that to you, I know it's crime. Your job for report that person they send that to the cyber security, because sharing it in fact it add for criminalize as well the begin. So if I want to put it that whole day, I'm glad the videos are up. I want to clear on that. You mentioned third party country nationals. The second of people that may not come, the first part come, 100% choose for relocate. So the country will be not processed that day without any incident. The second batch will not come. A good number of them don't be relocated. Some of them there will still get some technical issues. We don't always say third party country nationals will follow the laws of Sierra Leone. ECOWAS citizen get right for stay salon. He can go back, say he take transport, he come back now, they can. Once in an ECOWAS citizen, get right for cancer. Well, you will be following the laws. You go there for a certain period of time, then you go need to apply for stay here if you want for stay here. And then the states get the prerogative for accept that day or not. So if I we handle that question. I want to come to the last question where the chairman, my brother, asked. The chairman said if I'm aware of the inflation figures. Mr. Chairman, I can tell you, say, as at May, we inflation there about 12.9%. I can also tell you, say, we projected growth, GDP growth for 2026, now 5.5%, a whole percentage point ahead of the continental average. We're ahead of the continental average, sir. When you take the public debt ratio as well, as a percentage of the GDP, we don't come up from 79%, we're around 65%. When you take any other figure, food insecurity, we don't come up from 28%, we're 13%. When you take maternal death, we get the largest decrease. When you take literacy rates, we get the highest in the history of the country. When you take education enrollment, we get the highest in the history of the country. You name the measure. I will tell you today how to say Yabini. His Excellency the President knows systematically, sir. Move this. Take life expectancy, sir. That's a 10% increase, 10 years increase, sir. On every single point. You know, what do they pay attention to, sir? They call her not to station. I can always say, they pay attention to station. They pay attention to trajectory. Not to who side you day, but now where you are headed. The inflation rate, the reason we will see this slight increase, sir, because of global fuel price increase, we will see effect. But we did the best now for maintaining, we maintain supplies, we keep price predictable level, we establish a freeze to the point say recently we decrease, now we decrease the largest at the entire subcontinent. I'm also not glad about that, but me I did you. Me as Sierra Leone, me say well it's good on pass ID. But that is the fact in terms of how His Excellency the President manage the macroeconomic indicators. So you question how manage to convince IMF? Maybe IMF they look at the same numbers about they just talk this. Same numbers, the macroeconomic indicators. Yes, sir. And then macroeconomic indicators, they tell you, see, we don't manage spending, the economy is stable. Take, for example, one of the biggest indicators of the economic health of a country. And the one video big group of viral, where they, he said the exchange rates will expose you. The exchange rate. For 3 years, we have maintained a flat line on the exchange rate, irrespective of the external shocks. The dollar, the lead, it's 3 years. It's been generally stabilized. That is fact, sir. So, if the fundamentals of the economy not be solid, and look, I'm not going to say we are completely out of the gates. We have some long-term structural challenges. With His Excellency, the economic team, they spend a lot of time to focus on. Madam Minister, like part of it, just talk say good part of your job, you focus on how they deal with that. So I think the point why we make, sir, that no objective assessment of the macroeconomic realities of 79, 80, 84, 85, until today, but the difference is wide. The fundamentals are fundamentally different. Make a take from my brother the microphone vandalist. Let me say use some of me boastic language. One of the they say I'm very capable for learn with the jargons. But if expatiates, but you know, we don't reach now they are now and communicate, we won't confuse. We focus on convincing. But I have to take the opportunity for telling the panelists and tell them all plenty thank you. And John, the Press Secretary, for saying this is a moment of national pride. You can disagree with President Bill. You can be say you don't vote for President Bill. You can be say you don't like her. That's okay, that's your prerogative. But Salon big pass we all. This week, the country they put on a show. The country they host heads of state, other leaders, people they come up for camp. What do they go? Then they go see President Bill, they say Sierra Leone. Then they go decide now for get their family, they say, don't go on holiday. Then they go decide, say, wait something they happen, don't go in another country. We all, when at the media, when they pick up, they buy newspaper, when they dinner, they listen to the radio, they will tune in. May they get stories of Sierra Leone that you could be proud of. That we could be proud of. Because Salone, and we all get and this is the land we love. Until next week, Assalamu alaikum.